Welcome back, my creators. We are going to make some stunning wall art with Midjourney so that you can load into your Etsy store, your Shopify store, or whatever platform you may decide to sell on. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, my creators. So I am on my Midjourney page, and you can see here, these are some images of um, that I could use for wall art. And so I want to show you how I created them. This one, the floral images, very, very simple images. The prompt, as you can see, is very simple. Beautiful wall color flowers in a glass vase, background grunge. Simple as that. Very nice, very easy. Um, I'm going to actually use this text again. Let me go down here. Let me click on use. And we are going to change some things around a little bit. Instead of saying flowers, I'm going to say watercolor roses in a glass vase in a fancy etched glass vase, background grunge. Okay, so now I'm going to keep the aspect ratio the same. Now let me run it. All right, so in a few, it's going to give us some results. Okay, so you can see the results are coming in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you can see the difference down here. There were just flowers. Up here, we specifically said roses. Now, these would be gorgeous as wall art. Absolutely gorgeous as wall art. And I'm going to show you how you would do that. If you wanted to create your own online store, you could definitely do that. So never get discouraged. Never think it can't be done, because it can be done. So let's continue on. Now you see on the second row here, these are gorgeous. This prompt is a little longer. But we are going to actually download some of these, and we're going to make some wall art we're going to edit it in Canva. I'm going to actually, instead of downloading from here and upscaling it from Midjourney, I'm going to just download them as they are and upscale them in Canva. Okay, so we're going to upscale in Canva. So I'm going down here. Let's take this. I like them all. They're all beautiful. I really love this one, especially because the root here, it almost looks like it's an extension of her hair. It's gorgeous. So we're going to just save this. I'm going to right click and I'm going to save this image. And then I'm going to go here and we're going to choose one of these. Let's take this one. And we're going to right click and we're going to save this one as well. And then we're going to go back up to the top and we're going to choose one of these. Let's take this one. Let's save this. All right. So now we are going to go over to Canva and we are going to upload these, and I'm going to show you how you can edit these and make your own wall art for a canvas print that you can sell. All right, my creators, so we are now on canva.com, and I am just simply creating a new design, and I'm going to make this design using pixels as the unit. And my images in Midjourney, the aspect ratio, which is basically the size, was 5:6. 5:6 is the same as 20 by 24. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20, 6 times 4 is 24. So now we're going to make that size here on Canva as a 20 by 24. So let's do that now. So I'm going down to the custom size box. The unit is in the units is in pixels, and the width is going to be 20 and the height is going to be 24. I'm sorry, not pixels, images, not images. What am I saying? Inches, inches, inches. We're going to do inches, my loves. Okay. So here's inches. We're going to go back. We're going to make this 20 and the height is 24 inches. Okay. Okay. So now let's create this new design. All right, my creators. So now I have uploaded the 3 files that I downloaded from Midjourney. So let's take a look at that. Let's check out the workspace here. The workspace is the 20 by 24 inches and it's highlighted in this purple box here. And because the aspect ratio was 5 by 6, which is the same as 20 by 24, when I click on either of these 3, they should fit perfectly in this workspace. So let's do the first one. And if I move it to the top on the right and I pull it all the way out, it fits perfectly just like we said. All right, so that's one. I'm going to add a page and we're going to do the second one. We're going to do the same thing. And we're going to pull this out to the end. And you know what I'm going to do? I don't like working with the rulers. Call me a rebel if you want. But I'm going to go and remove these. You see these lines here? These are like the rulers and the margins. It irritates me for some reason. So I'm going to go to, I think it's File and Settings, and I am removing all of these print bleeds and all of that. It just irritates me. File, Settings. Okay. All right. So all of those are now gone. Okay, now let me add a third page and let me click on this one, move it to the top. And now that those rulers and things are gone, I actually should be able to click on these 3 dots here and say set images background. Yes. All right, so you see all 3 of them fit perfectly. Love this, love this, love this. Now, you know, I always tell you, if you buy art from any creator and you're going to put it on your store, other people could buy that same art. So it is always a good idea to do something that makes your art stand out. Do something that makes it a little different than everybody else. All right. So in this first one, let's take a look at this. I'm going to duplicate this page because I'm going to try to do a couple of different things. So the first one, I am going to, when I highlight it, I'm going to go to edit and I am going to attempt to do magic grab. Let's see if it will allow me to grab all of the images. Okay. I want all of the hair. I desperately want all of the hair. I hope it allows me to grab everything. And I think it is. Let me see if it allows me to grab a little bit of this black shadowy background, which is actually the tree, and it does not. So I'm going to click off of there. And okay, I want to grab all of the mouth. Okay, so it didn't let me grab the tree, but that's okay. We're going to work around that. So let's grab this. And Canva is working its magic, and in a moment we'll be able to separate the focal image from the background. What I'm going to do is create a different background. So if I was a creator and I bought this image from someone to use as Wallart or something, I would want to make mine different. So this is what we're going to attempt to do. So take a look at the screen. All right, so it has separated it. So I'm going to, you see that? So I'm moving this over for a moment and I'm going to click on the background. I'm now deleting that background. Now I want to choose a different background. What that background is, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to figure something out. All right, my creators, what you are looking here on the screen is a newly created design. And this came from the original design that I created in Midjourney, right? So this is just to show you how you can make an image totally different from the image that you buy. So if you're not very creative, people tell me all the time, I'm Joy, I'm not creative, I don't know how to do that. You don't have to. All you have to do is add a few elements to make something different. So this is the newly created design, and I'm going to show you what I did to get this design, okay? So now, creators, I'm going to show you how I made that beautiful piece of art from the original. All right. So we are here on Midjourney. Sorry, as I edit this video, I was incorrect. We are not on Midjourney. We are on Canva. Sorry, guys. And all I did, I'm going to remove this background. So there's our art. Right? Remember, we did the edit and we did a magic grab and we ended up with this. This was the original piece of art. We wanted to remove the background and we ended up with this. And then I created this. And I'm now going to show you how I created that. Okay? So I have some backgrounds that I created. And let me go over to my folder. Why isn't my folder opening? Folder, backgrounds. What's happening? It's kind of slow. Okay, so here are the backgrounds. This is the background that I use. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say set image as background. So you can see it coming together, right? Here's the background. Now I have some other things in here. These were other little elements that I added. So I'm going back over to the Elements tab. And these are the elements I used. I'm going to click on this one. Now, if I right click on this, the keywords for this, or not right click, if I just click on the three dots here, the keywords are art, leaf, branch, flower. Okay, so if you typed in those keywords in the Elements search bar, you would find this. However, please note that this is a premium element. So if you don't have a paid subscription of Canva, you would not be able to use that. All right, so let's start moving this into place. So I'm going to make the screen somewhat smaller so that I can see the image that I already created at the same time. Okay, so we're going to put this here. And I'm going to duplicate it because we have it on both sides. And now I'm going to flip this one around. Okay, so we have kind of like a butterfly effect. This one seems to be pretty much in place, but the other one we've got to move over some. So I can't seem to grab it easily. So what I'm going to do is click on position, and at the layers tab, this allows me to see all of the things that are on this page, all the elements. Okay, now the one that's highlighted is the one that's chosen on the page. I don't want that one. I want the other one. So there it is. So now I can, now I should be able to move it over some. Trying to grab it. I don't want to widen it. Oh, you know what? I actually just used my arrow key. Okay, to move it over because I could not grab it. I still couldn't grab it easily. All right, now it's a little too far out. Now I think it is pretty much perfect. I'm looking at the other one at the same time and I'm trying to make it just like that one. All right. May have them a little too tall. Click on this one, make that a little smaller. Okay, now they are about even. Now, while I'm on the position tab, you see that the focal image is on top, right? So let me click back on this page. Right here, the focal image is not on top. So we're just going to drag and drop it to the top. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Now, the last piece of this is this other gold. I think this is like gold flecks. I typed in gold sparkle fleck or something, but I'm going to click on it, the three dots, and I'll tell you what the keywords are. Flex, specs, and texture. But I also typed in gold, so it brought up this item. All right, so now let me go back to our page, and now I'm going to click on this, and it pops it right over. All right, so I'm going to move this up, and what I actually did was I duplicated it, and I put it on the bottom. Again, we need to move the woman or the women to the top, so I'm clicking back on position and layers, and here we are again. Let's move this up to the top. So there we are. There's our image. So you too can do this. It is not difficult. If you don't have a Midjourney subscription, because it can be expensive, you got to pay for Canva, you got to pay for Midjourney, you got to pay for Etsy. I get it. So if you can't do all of that, just get the images, and then come to Canva and edit them as you see fit. So this is a totally different image. So here's the original. Here's what we created. So when you do something like this, you're able to even charge more money for your designs because yours are special, right? This really pops. This is gorgeous and I love this, but you could also have something different. If someone purchased this image from me, let's say 20 people purchased that image from me, everybody's going to have the same canvas wall art? No, you want something different. You might want that base, but you want to do something very different. You want to do something that is all your own, because that image right there, my friend, you could put that on wall art. You could put that on a jean jacket. I could see that. Can you imagine seeing that on a jean jacket, on a t-shirt or something like that? Oh my God, that would be beautiful. You could put that on a water bottle, a mug, a laptop cover, so many different things. So anyway, now let's get ready to go over to Printify. But before we do that, we have to download this image. So we can either download page 2 or page 3. They're both the same. So let's go over to share and download. And now we want to download just one page, just page 2. And the size, I'm going to keep it at 2 because that increases the resolution. Okay, remember I did not do an upscale in Midjourney, and that was because I knew when I was coming over to Canva, I was going to add other elements and I was going to upscale it here. Okay, so now all of the elements, including the image, will be upscaled. Okay, it'll be at least 300 DPI. That's what you're aiming for. Sometimes 250 will work as long as your print provider does not give you a warning. Then you're good to go. Sometimes it's 250 and they may say that's good. So as long as it's good, but always aim for 300. All right, so let's go over to Printify. All right, so we are at Printify.com. This is one of my favorite PLD providers. Printful is another, but Printify just seems to have such a wider catalog and so many more things to offer. So you'd have to do your research and find out which one you prefer, but right now, for the purpose of this video, we are just going to use Printify. Okay, so I'm in its catalog and I have some items that are already saved to my favorites. So right here we have the matte canvas stretched 1.25 inch. This is a canvas wall art. Okay, so we're going to click on this one and we are going to start designing here. So if you're ready, I am. So let me get started and show you what you need to do. All right, my creators, so we are at printify.com and we're going to upload that file. But first I want to show you on the right hand side where it says select variants. I went here because I wanted to make sure we had the correct size selected, and I chose the 20 by 24 vertical because remember our original image was saved in aspect ratio of 5 by 6 or 5:6, and that's the same as 20 by 24, which is the inches of the size that we created in Canva. So now we're going to just upload our image from Canva that we upscaled in Canva, and we're going to make sure that it is at least 300 DPI. All right, so it's almost at 100%, and so it's adding the file to the library. Now we'll be able to see, let me close out this menu over here on the right, and now we'll be able to see if we save the file correctly so that it's at least 300 DPI. Okay, okay, there it is, and if I click on it, okay, so the resolution is 288, which is good, but I could have saved it higher. If I had saved the resolution to 3, it probably would have made this resolution much higher. But anyway, it's good. If it was not good, Printify would let you know that the resolution is too low. And most of I think all print-on-demand companies will let you know when the resolution is too low. So this looks beautiful. And remember I was telling you when we started in Canva that I didn't want her hair to be towards the edge of the paper? Well, that is why, because it would have, been too close to the edge here. So we want the background color. Let's see if we can change the background color to something more appropriate. We can make it brown, or in this case, I think maybe black I would like. So let's click on preview. And it's going to show us the mock-ups. So here are the mock-ups. I always like the one that shows on the side. This is a really good one to show your customers so they can really see what the picture or what the wall art looks like. This is gorgeous. I think this is gorgeous. So we went from the original design in Midjourney that you could have purchased from me and created your own. This is gorgeous. So this is how you make wall art using Midjourney. Now I want to show you one more thing before we go. All right, so take a look at the right side. You see where it says edit and preview? So I want you to click on edit. When you do that, you have the option of printing on the sides. Do you see this right here in the middle? Print on sides. So I'm going to click on this. If I click on this, you notice that it took away the black background. So let's click off of it. You have a black background, or whatever color you want to choose your background as. If I choose print on sides, and so if you want to print on the sides, if you like that style, all the more reason to make sure that your focal image is inside of these black lines. You see these black dotted lines here? All the more reason to make sure that your focal image is inside of those lines. So now let's click on preview and you're going to see what I mean. All right, let's click on the side panel view. Okay, so now you see on the side, instead of the background being black, you've actually printed, or you're having printed, the entire image on the sides, right? So this stretches around, which is beautiful. But if her hair had been all the way to the top of that design, the hair would have been printed on top, and you probably would not have wanted that. So that's something that I noticed that artists miss sometimes. So you want to make sure that when you're designing on Canva, that you make sure that that image is inside of the lines. I think it just looks more professional, and you always want to make sure that all of your things look professional and perfect. Okay? All right, my creators, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you got something from this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do read all of the comments. Remember, when you comment, make sure it's an original comment directly to me. When you comment on someone else's comment, I don't necessarily see those. But if you make an original comment, I will reply to your comments. Thank you again for joining, and remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I will see you in the next video.